Hey Yardners, it's Destry. Welcome back to my yard. Today I'm going to be taking you through some of my favorite gardening tools and supplies and do a quick unboxing of some new goodies. So stick around for the video, you don't want to miss it. So sometimes my friends and family will ask me so what are some of your favorite gardening tools, or hey, do you have a particular pair of gloves that you really like for working in your yard? And of course, yes, everybody that's a yardner or a gardener has certain things that they have tried that are tried and true, that they absolutely love to use as far as different tools and supplies. So today I'm going to take you through some of my favorites. So let's get started. So probably the first thing that every gardener, or yardner as I like to call it, needs is a great pair of gardening gloves. And these ones from Amazon are my absolute favorite. So the cool thing about them is that they come in a wide variety of patterns. So here are a couple different ones that I have, and they are lined with leather. So here is a pair that I've had for a while. Here is my brand new pair I just got from my shopping link. And you can see they hold up really well. They wash really well. They stand up to working with wet soil. And they hold up beautifully, and they're really, really comfortable. So these are my very favorite gardening gloves, and all of the things I'll be talking about today will be linked in the description. But I love the fact that these are water resistant, and they're really kind of heavy duty gloves. They're still pretty, and they just get the job done. So these are my favorite gardening gloves. The next favorite I have is gardening sleeves. So here is a pair that I just grabbed from Amazon. Now I've seen these at all different price points, but honestly, even the ones from Amazon that are a little less of a price point and not like a designer brand work just as well. So these are, you've seen me wear these in my videos, but these are sleeves that you can put on with, a tank top or a short sleeve shirt. They do have like a thumb hole, and then you can pull them up around your arms and they stay put. They come in lots of different fun patterns. This one has like cactus and cactus flower on it, and they protect your arms from the sun and also from anything that might be itchy on your arms, any thorns, things like that. So these work really, really well, and they'll be linked in the description for you. You got to get yourself a pair of these gardening sleeves. They're excellent. The next thing I feel like every gardener needs is a good hat. This is a really cute one I just got off Amazon, and it says, "Garden hair, don't care." It's got some distressing on the brim, and it does have a breathable back to it. So when you are working in the yard, I like to cover the top of my hair if I can, mainly because when I'm like clipping branches and stuff falls into my hair. And if you're like me, I don't love to wash my hair every single day. I don't think it's good for my hair. So I like to keep my head protected. And then of course, a nice brim will protect you from the sun. So you definitely need a good baseball cap, or sometimes I also wear a sun hat that's like got a brim all the way around for the summer. But in these fall months, a baseball cap works just fine. And this one is super cute. So speaking of hair, this is a little off of a gardening topic, but if you're like me and you have long hair, these clips from Amazon, these hair clips, are awesome. So they come in a couple different sizes. This is a big and a small depending on the length of your hair. And I love to have these. I just usually like clip them to the bottom of my blouse when I'm working in the yard, so I can easily, clip my hair back. Again, I've got my hat, and now I am ready to go. My hair is protected, and my face is protected from the sun. But I don't know about you, but having long hair in my face when I'm working in the garden drives me crazy. So I love to have a couple quick hair clips available. It's kind of weird that I have hair clips hanging out in my greenhouse and in my back patio, but I do, because I always forget them, and they're really handy to have when you're working in the yard. So let's talk a little bit about tools. One of the tools that I don't think I could live without in the garden is called a Hori knife. So here is my Hori knife. You can see one side is serrated and one side is smooth. It also has depth measurements on them. So when I'm planting things like bulbs, that helps me out a lot. And also the serrated edge is really helpful for, dividing plants. I can cut off, pumpkins and squash with this. And I love this one because it came with this case. And so it's really easy to make sure it's kind of up and away from my kids so no one's kind of messing with it. And it also has this really nice little Velcro, so you could attach this to like a tool belt. But I definitely keep it in the case just to make sure that no little hands are getting a hold of it. But a HyHor knife is a great tool in the garden for digging and scraping and cutting. You're going to need one of these. Another thing you're going to need as a gardener is a great pair of clippers. This is a pair from Fiskars that I really like. I like that they have a little safety clip here. They're really nice and sharp. They work well in my hand. They've got a nice grip and they're reasonably priced. So there are other clippers out there that I'm sure are, I don't know, nicer or something like that, but these last me several seasons and you can sharpen them if you need to, but they last pretty well. I like that the handle is nice and bright and orange, so it stands out in the grass if I ever drop them. These are my favorite clippers. Get yourself a pair. They're awesome. Another tool that I find myself using a lot in the garden is this garden marker and little markers, like markers to mark your plants and a marker. So when I first ordered this garden marker, I thought, well, why doesn't a Sharpie just work? Well, honestly, a Sharpie will fade in the sun. It'll eventually wear off even in wet and rainy and cold weather. This one doesn't. And I do like these plastic markers. I can use both sides, so I can at least use them twice. I like that they're a little bigger and they do stand out in my garden beds. So before everything goes to sleep in my garden, I will often mark things like hostas or dahlias or things that are going to perennialize and they're going to die back to the ground, so I won't know they're there. And then they are going to come back up the next spring. If I have a couple of these in the ground, I'll remember where they're at. And these markers are really handy. They don't fade and the writing stays all season. You got to get yourself some of these. They're really handy. Couple more fun things for the garden are something sculptural for the garden. So I found this bust or head sculpture at TJ Maxx Home Goods, but I linked one that's very similar and that I found on Amazon. And I just love the presence that they have in the garden. Mine in particular, I use with one of my solar lights. So this is also something I would recommend. These are solar lights. They have stakes and they're super, super bright when they turn on. If I can get this one to turn on, this one needs cleaned. And I also like that they lay flat against the garden, I don't know, the dirt. They don't stick out like some of them kind of have like a rod and then like a lamp on top. And I find that those break really easily for me. So these ones that I can push into the ground and keep flat, I really like these particular flat ones. And I don't have the back. Oh, wait, here's the back. Here's the back. Hold on, let me show you that. So this little back part just clips onto here. And if I can fit it on there. Ooh, it's being difficult for me, but it just clicks on and then you can push it into the ground and then it's flat and level. Also, these are good if you're going to mow near them or something, because again, those tall ones, the mower just knocks them down. So I like these in particular, and she's kind of cool too. This is my favorite hanging basket from Amazon. And the reason I like it is twofold. First of all, it has a tray that's built in. So that means it's not going to drip all over my patio and I have a concrete patio, or if you have brick or a deck or something, and that dripping just kind of gets ucky and dirty after a while. So this one has the tray, but it also has like a little window that shows you how much water is in there. So it's kind of like a self-watering container. These come in white and several other colors. I have them in this charcoal gray color, and they're just really aesthetically pleasing, but they also do the job of, protecting your surface underneath because they're not dripping all over. The other thing I like about them is they have a chain for the top. So when it's time to empty out my hanging baskets and store them for the winter, it's really easy to take the chain off. I can stack these up, store them away in my shed, and I'm not dealing with those big plastic hangers that come with some of the pots you get at the garden centers. So these pots, highly recommend. If you haven't heard me talk about my MicroFlo then I'll link some videos down below where I show you how cool this tool is. So this is a tool that you can use to dry flowers in your garden. So basically it looks like this. You unclip the sides, you can press flowers, and then you just pop them in the microwave and they dry within seconds. So this is kind of what it looks like, and forgive me, I have used this one several times, so you can see it's got some staining on it, but this is what it looks like. It has these felt pads. You place your flowers wet, straight from clipping them in here. You pop it in the microwave and they dry beautifully. They preserve the color of the flowers, and it's quick and easy to do. It's a fun thing to do with kids. And then I also got some of the additional liners, and I linked those down below too for you, so that if you get ones like mine that get kind of stained, you can replace them and keep drying your flowers. So the MicroFlo, highly, highly recommend. It's really fun. Another gardening tool I just can't live without, I got to take them off my feet. It's these Sloggers. So these are a rubber waterproof shoe. They're super comfortable. They do have a like an insert that comes out. And you guys, I have had these probably 4 years and they have held up beautifully. I absolutely love these. You've got to get yourself a pair. If you're a gardener, you will love them too. Easy to slip on and off, keep your feet dry, great for gardening. So now I'm going to do an unboxing for you. I actually have this Amazon box I just got, and this is my new pop-up bag. So a pop-up bag is essential for any gardener. If you have gardeners in your life, this would be a great gift to get them for the holidays or birthdays or whatever. Now I had one that's really beautiful and it has sunflowers on it, but the bottom of it was not like a hard material. So this is my new one, and I haven't opened it yet, so I'm going to open it with you guys right here, right now. And I'm excited to give this one a try. So I'll have to give you my honest opinion here in a few weeks, but I have a feeling it's going to be awesome. I have seen some other gardeners that use something similar, and here it is. So this is the Sleek Garden Pro Garden Leaf Bag, and the nice thing about it is it has a hard bottom. So that means you can drag it along the ground. You can grab it by the handle and drag it, where the bottom of the one that I have now, I've had it for 2 seasons now and it's held up pretty well, but I can see that it's starting to, I don't know, get some tears and stuff on the bottom. So let's open this one up and see what it looks like. It definitely has the hard bottom. It's got handles, and then, oh, it's got these little clips. So I can unclip this, or I can clip it for storage, and here it is. So this is great. Now this one also has this cool like drawstring on the top, so I can really load this full if I wanted to. I can also just, tuck that down inside, fill it up with any deadheading or yard debris I'm doing. It will fold down for storage, and it has the nice hard bottom. So I'm super excited to give this a try. Also, check out the link for this in the description of this video. This is from Sleek Garden, and you definitely need one of these, or need to gift one of these to the gardeners in your life. So for this recommendation, I'm going to have to hold up my cart. This is my rolling garden cart, and you have seen me use this time and time again on many videos. It has a lid that opens up, and you can store things in here. So currently I have my bulb digger here, which I will also link to one of these. This one's from Stanley, but these diggers for bulbs are excellent. You can see I've got some bulb bags. I was just doing bulb digging. I've got lots and lots of plant tags, but I can just throw things in here. I've used this like a wagon, where I've thrown in like a large pot and toted it around the yard. I can throw things in here when I'm done with a planting project and deal with them later. In fact, it needs cleaned out really bad. But I can also use it for weeding, because I can sit on it like a bench. And this one has these cute little cup holders. I don't think I've ever taken my cup along with me. I should do that. But I can sit on it and scoot myself over without having to stand up. And I can, weed a whole area, or like plant bulbs or whatever. So a really, really handy garden stool to have with wheels on it. I highly recommend it. Another gardening tool I don't think I could have lived without this summer is my fertilizer sprayer. So this one is from Miracle-Gro, although you can put whatever kind of granular fertilizer you prefer in here. And then you hook this end to your hose. You just push the button and it sprays out fertilizer all over your flowers, veggies, whatever kind of fertilizer you're using. It makes life so easy to fertilize your garden. That's something I highly recommend doing. And this little gadget makes it really easy to do. Highly recommend scoring one of these, especially for next spring and summer if you don't already have one, or it would make a great gift. I have one more garden kind of fun thing to share with you, but for that one, we're going to go this way. So let me show you that last one I have for you today. So some of you have seen this in some of my previous videos, but this is the little raised garden cart bed that I have. And I did give this off Amazon. Now, last time I checked, they were out of stock, so I'll have to look and see. But I really like the size of this one. This would be perfect if you had like a small balcony or anything really, any outdoor space. I use this one here on the side of my shed. It does have wheels on the bottom and it has a handle on this side. So you could pick it up, and tilt it and roll it and move it. And it also has the little shelf on the bottom, which you could use for additional plants. So this is a really fun and pretty inexpensive way to do some container gardening if you have a smaller space. So I highly recommend this little gardening cart. So I think that's going to be it for my recommendations and unboxing today. Thanks for hanging out with me in my yard. I hope that you saw something you might be interested in. Again, all the links for this cool stuff is going to be down below in the description for this video. And I would so appreciate it if you see something you like, if you would click on the links and put it in your cart. I do get a little bit back from Amazon if you do that, and I would really appreciate it. It would help me make more of these videos and, of course, buy some more plants so I have fun things to plant for you in my videos. If you like this video, I would really appreciate it if you like and subscribe to my channel. If you need me, I'll be hanging out in my yard with some of my favorite gardening tools. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.